today to celebrate a success that not only signifies the end of a project, but it also signifies the goal of making Yorkton a better place to live and grow. In January of 2022, Yorkton City Council approved the Deer Park Clubhouse construction project with a budget of $7.2 million. The budget included a new build, along with the installation of city water and sewer services. The Old Clubhouse had reached its end of life and was the oldest recreation facility in Yorkton. After many additions and renovations over its history, the building remained inaccessible with washrooms in the basement. It lacked energy efficiency and relied on a septic system and also didn't have any potable drinking water. Construction of the Deer Park Clubhouse began with the demolition of the Old Clubhouse in April of 2022, with the new clubhouse being built on the same site. The construction work took 14 months to complete. The pro shop opened to the public on April 24th of this year, and the keys to the rest of the building were turned over to the city on June 5th, with the Owl's Nest restaurant opening last week on June 20th. We think the end product was definitely worth the wait and will serve the residents and visitors alike for a very long time to come. I would now like to ask Mayor Mitch Hipsley to bring greetings from the City of Yorkton. And maybe Mitch, I don't know, maybe, if not, you got a big voice, you can go at it.
Well, everyone, what a glorious day. You would think we could not be standing here so soon, being June the 28th after starting just 14 months ago. Back in 2020, as Taylor just told us, the new council was chosen and our election platforms soundly made it clear that we all wanted to attract and market our great city and attract visitors, tourism, and business. Growth and progress. In business, you must invest to grow. You don't just take, you give. And this clubhouse epitomizes commitment and vision. Being a non-golfer myself, don't shun your nose at me, everyone. I've heard over the years how bad this building was, the old building. And I was also told on the same breath, don't even think about it. That will never happen. The new building will never take place. And honestly, that's what I heard for, I don't know how long, 15, 20 years. Well, thanks to our very aggressive and diligent council, here we are, and done in the era of COVID. Now, we all heard stories about how badly behind we all were here, and we may not even open up this year, but thanks to the commitment and the diligent hard work of NL Construction, they not only put Yorkton on the map, they put themselves on the map. Many a time I was talking with our rec and rec services, Darcy McLeod, and also Jeff Fawcett, the project manager, told me countless times how great they were to work with. Their communication was excellent. And with that, here we are again. I understand we could not have worked with a better company, and these gentlemen have been around and they know who they're talking about. And then we have Mitch Troshin, a local boy from ADOBT. I hope I have that right, Mitch. Close. Who was in the design process of making this place look what it is. When City Council is looking at a drawing plan, you know, you can only look at it and guesstimate, is this the correct way to go? Is it big enough? Does it have the right cosmetic needs? We want to do this right. We don't want to do it cheap. But here we are again. You know, when council was walking through this on many progress tours, I noticed when I went into the tiniest little cub holes how meticulous the work was done by NL again. Now, integrity is the definition of what you do when no one's looking. It told me what was happening behind the scenes in all matters taken into the build of this place, and it happened so quickly. Already, this facility has garnered a lot of attention both locally and provincially, and it will continue for a very, very, very long time. This building is not only for golfers, but also everyone who wishes to enjoy this incredible view and our incredible chefs and their food delivery. I understand that we have already booked many lost for words here, functions, let's use the word. Thank you. And we also know that we would not be here had it not been for the commitment of the ladies and men's golf club committees. They have done way above and beyond. Their commitment of time, free time, and anything that we've asked them to do, they're here above and beyond again. And you know, that's what makes a community, is people like them that actually go and they care about where they live and they want to help. We can never thank you enough. However, I will still say it. Thank you, thank you. Every time I see you, I will thank you. It is a true privilege to stand before you on behalf of our council and officially open the Deer Park Clubhouse today. Something that will never happen. Someone said this will never happen. Well, we stand here today and never say never. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mayor Mitch. I don't know how you got through all that with the microphone working for you, but it seems to be working now. So we'll hope it will continue and the wind won't pick up too much. Because now I would like to ask Mitch Strossen, the managing partner of AODBT Architecture and Interior Design, the prime consultant on the project, to say a few words as well.
Thank you, Taylor. Good afternoon, everybody. Is this working? Yeah, it is. So my name is Mitch Strossen, and for those of you who don't know, I am a Yorkton kid, born and raised here. So couldn't ask for a better day for this grand opening, and honestly couldn't ask for a better project to hear and say a couple words. This one's pretty special for me. I probably started swinging a club out here when I was 5 years old, and you know, there's a few projects that you don't realize in your career arc that you're going to have a chance, and it's been pretty cool to work on this one. So I'd like to give a big thanks on behalf of AODBT to start things off to the city and to council and everyone for putting their trust in me and in our firm. So thank you so much. So as our team started to see this project take shape in the office, we called it a little gem. And when you drive up this thing, and I've heard especially at dusk, when you drive up Highway 52, this is a little gem. You guys have a little gem in the middle of your golf course and on the city, and we couldn't be more proud. It's been talked about before, but a reminder of what was here beforehand. A person could not go to the washroom if they had an accessibility issue at the Old Clubhouse. And yeah, we're all golfers, able-bodied, things like that, but what if there's a grandfather or grandmother that wants to pick up their kids and wants to sit in the restaurant, which you also couldn't get to because it was up a set of stairs? So it's just a basic fundamental things like that. I was here last Wednesday and someone said, you know, we don't deserve this facility. And that's just simply not true. The old one did really well for you as a community, but it was time. It was past its prime, and there were some fundamental things that were wrong with it that could. So as a city, you more than deserve this, and you should be very, very proud of it. This project started, the design process started during COVID, and you all bared with us as we tried to figure out how to do virtual engagement as wearing masks and be 6 feet apart. But thankfully, I think we were able to do an okay job, and everyone came out in droves to provide feedback. And that's the beauty of projects like this, is it's not just us, you know, sitting somewhere and designing it. We were able to work together, we were able to talk, collaborate, and figure all those things out. And it's really good. A couple of things that I'm personally proud of that maybe, you know, people are overlooked, but you can think of next time you walk through here. If you stand at the food and beverage counter or at the pro shop counter, they can see each other. Because there are days like this where there's like 100 people in the restaurant, but there are also times when there aren't going to be a lot of staff here and aren't going to be a lot of people here. And it's good that the people at the pro shop and the people at the food and beverage station are going to have support from each other. And that's just something that we tried to tie in. Same thing with the food and beverage, kind of right beside the snack shack. Once we get that snack shack window going, someone doesn't have to run across the building now to feed someone a beer at the turn, right? It was designed to do that right there. I'm also really proud that we talked about the 4-season potential of this building. There's a very active cross-country ski program here. And the skiers are over there. And so the boardroom that is kind of tucked in the corner over there, it's a tournament room, things like that. But the skiers identified they need a place that they can lock to put their rental skis. And so you can imagine the winter, you're gonna come through this door, you're able to get your skis, go out the second door, and off onto the trails you go. So I can't wait actually to see the 4-season potential of this building as well. And in one small week, we've already gotten a lot of feedback on that 3-season room and how fantastic it's gonna be. The 3-season room was a little bit of a trade-off. We decided to make the dining room a little smaller, but still wanted to be able to kind of host a full tournament. And so we said, let's think outside the box a little bit. And honestly, I've seen more people inside that 3-season room than in the more formal space in the 2 times of 7 days, I guess, I've been here. So I'm really excited to see how that all. I'm not going to call them lessons learned, but I'm going to say if we had an unlimited budget, what we would do. Probably a little bit bigger club storage. We can work on that. I'm terrified of the 9th green. It is too close to the building, right? There is a master plan in place to move that green down the hill. So if everyone says, oh, why is this building too close? There is a plan in place. And we were challenged as a design team to accommodate now, but also accommodate the future. So please keep that in mind as you're like sitting there terrified looking at that shot, which I was when I played the course. So obviously there's always lessons to learn along the way, but I think they're pretty few and far between when compared to the good stuff. It's been said before, but I'll say it again. We have the benefit of contractors. I'm like hunched over. I can't say enough about NL construction on this job, folks. A lot of you probably saw last year there was a hole and then there was nothing. Well, it's not that they weren't doing anything. They were furiously pumping to try and get water out. And in our office, we went back and we're like, oh boy, like this is off to a terrible start. But the work that NL did to get this thing where it is right now, it cannot be understated. And so I'm going to lead a round of applause to the best of it. If I had half the attention out of half my contractors, I'd be happy. So great job. Other thanks that I have, and I'm almost done here. City Council, thanks for your trust. Administration, thanks for your trust. Deer Park staff, thanks for the engagement. Again, down to the details that no one will see of the commercial kitchen, things like that. That all needs to be worked through with people. And last but not least, the golfers. If a group of people don't promote a project, you don't get a project. And so I'm going to stop and say thank you, but also a big round of applause to the golfers. You guys are great. Thank you. Thank you, Mitch. That's why we're out here. That logo. I don't know if you guys have seen that at night.
It's pretty.
It lights up. It's all backlit. Come out for a drive one night and have a look at that. So we're going to forego the microphone for the photo op, and I think that's all right. Thank you, Mitch, for your words there. I'd like to ask Dustin Nerick from NL Construction, the general contractor on the project, to say a few words as well.
Thank you. Good afternoon, all. On behalf of NL Construction, of course, first of all, thanks for your guys' kind words. That means a lot to us and really hits home. Special thanks to the City of Yorkton, right from Mitch to the council to your team in place. Like, number one on a project is communication, and without the communication with Darcy and Jeff and the rest of their team, this doesn't happen either. We've ran into projects where we send out some questions and we wait for a month for an answer and stuff like that, and when we needed something, they were there to deliver it. So special thanks to all you guys, and Al, Al as well. Leo, you guys were super cooperative as we were trying to get you into your spaces and work with us. We truly appreciate that so much, because that can go the other way. You basically can choose the route on how that wants to go, and you guys took the right path and allowed us to work with you and get you in there as quick as we could. So thank you to the entire city group, and you guys are seriously phenomenal and one of our best customers to date, so we appreciate that. Mitch and your entire team, like I said, the communication is number one, and you guys have been awesome as well. Like, one of the better firms we're able to deal with, and very fortunate to deal with. A detail, design. Let's give some credit to the design team. I mean, I think back to 18 months ago or so when this came across my desk and the guys looked and said, "Are we going out that one?" I said, "It's cool. Like, it's simply cool. We're going at this one," right? So we were all in right from the beginning. So thanks to your team for the wonderful design and allowing us to be a part of that. My staff at NL Construction, I can't say enough about our team. I can proudly say it, probably at some point all 40 of our staff members did something at this project, and that means a lot to me, so that they were all able to see bits and pieces of it. I do have to do a special shout out to Wade Barton, who's one of our controllers in the office. He basically grabbed the tender process by the horns, along with the help of the rest of our team, but he spearheaded that and made sure we had the detail involved to be successful. So thanks, Wade, on that. Tim Caban, who was the lead office project manager, dealing with all the I's and the T's, dealing with Mitch and his team, getting the RFIs out, getting the materials here, taking care of contracts and all that. Tim spent the better part of his days for that last year and a bit, looking after this project from the office, so thanks, Tim, for all that. My business partner, Taylor Lang, who's here as well today, he was the on-site project manager, and once again, giving Taylor credit for, project managers, they can sit in a job shack and point fingers and stuff like that, and I think I was here, once or twice a week for the whole project, and I actually didn't see Taylor in the job shack once when I was here, so that kind of speaks to the volume of how he was out there doing something, doing anything, whether he was managing or just picking up garbage and doing the best for that. At the end of the day, there's a lot of moving parts with at some point there was 50-some trades guys in here on any given day, and Taylor was responsible of managing them, so big shout out to Taylor for doing that, obviously for NL and being a big part of the team. Our subcontractors, you have to mention them. Without them, the project is nothing. They're a huge part of the project. For the most part, all our subcontractors bought into the deadlines, to the detail, to the schedule, and we're able to make it happen, right? So huge shout out to our subcontractors. We trusted the ones we hired, and they really came through for us, so we're really thankful for that. Just the City of Yorkton as a whole, this now puts us as an elite golf course, I think is a fair way to say it. Puts us now above many other golf courses in the province of Saskatchewan, but actually lines us up with other elite courses and clubhouses, so and ski facilities, of course, right? So huge shout out to just the City of Yorkton, away from the design of the project and stuff, but just making this happen so that Yorkton can have one of the greatest facilities around, right? So as for NL, this absolutely had our best interest, our best focus. This was priority. Some other customers might not like that, but it's the truth. This one we were all in on. Like Mitch had said, we had a good start. Our setup was good. We did run into some water and some early foundation work and stuff like that. And when we were able to overcome that, we really put the pedal down and were able to deliver what we have today, which I think in November, if we would have said we'd be standing here today, everyone was looking at us a little bit sideways. So we did what we had to do, and like the guy said, and I have to give all the credit to my team. I'm involved behind the scenes, working with Tim and with Taylor and making sure guys are here and showing up and stuff like that, but up to my team, these guys are phenomenal. I appreciate them so much, and just as a whole, like I said, the city, this is awesome, and for NL, this is awesome. We look forward to another one, and so waiting for the tender to come out for another one. Can get at that, and we'll be sitting there waiting for it. So once again, on behalf of NL, thank you guys all for coming. This is an awesome day, great day for Yorkton. Really appreciate everything, guys. So thank you so much. Enjoy the day, enjoy the facilities.
We would also like to recognize the contribution that Concept 3 Business Interiors provided to make sure that we put first-class furniture throughout the restaurant and the covered deck. It is exactly what we needed to provide that final touch on a beautiful space. So a round of applause to Concept 3 Business Interiors for their contribution as well. I would now like to ask Mayor Mitch Hipsley to step back up to the easels here, and we will unveil our commemorative plaque for the Deer Park Clubhouse dedication. I am going to turn things over to Mayor Mitch again to share a special announcement that we have this afternoon. You might be wondering why there's a second plaque, and we're going to get to that right away here.
I think it's working. Thank you again, Taylor. A facility like this wouldn't happen if it weren't for users and all the people who believe this can become a reality. I don't think it is possible not to know the Glauser family. As avid golfers and business people in our community, they were always active and always supporting. Now, here we are today. Once again, they are here too, to give and support. They are supporting us with a 10-year sponsorship partnership between the city and Concept 3 Business Interiors. We'd like to thank Concept 3 Business Interiors and the family of Garth and Shirley Glauser, and it's going to be called Gigi, for the generous donation of patio furniture. Larry is the son of Garth and Shirley, and is currently operating with his son, Stephen, as well. In case you haven't seen them standing in the background, they're a little bit shy, and I don't think they really want to speak on the mic, but they'll be more than happy to speak with you in person. Thank you for your generous support of the Deer Park Golf Course. On behalf of all of our City Council, we greatly appreciate your contribution. I know how much everyone else will appreciate it as well, each and every day. Thank you. Should I have the Glauser family who is with us here today to please come up? We're going to unveil the second.
Perfect. Thank you, Mayor Mitch. And thank you to Concept 3 Business Interiors. And a huge thank you to the Glauser family as well. We are quite happy with the furniture you've provided for the restaurant and the covered deck. And we also look forward to sitting on Gigi's patio in the near future with the furniture that you're providing there as well. So thank you very much. I'll give a thank you to Deb and Graham. They kept the plaques from falling over in the wind. This concludes the formal part of today's program. Everyone is welcome to go and take a walk through the clubhouse if you haven't already. Refreshments are available inside the clubhouse with special pricing on food and drink today as well. And also 50% off green fees are in effect all day if you want to go out and enjoy the course too. Any members of our media, this will be the time to ask any questions from our speakers or our guests here today. Thank you all for attending, and we hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day here at Deer Park Golf Course. Thanks for coming out.